Yeah, what's up, guys? This is Life Double A channel. I got some friends here today. We're just gonna talk about general topics, see how it goes, see what everybody's feeling like. We got Trey over here to my right. We got Ill Will over here chilling in the back. We got Corey. What's going on, Corey? And then we got James over here to my left. I just want to start off with a topic real quick that I left off last week, and we can chime. Everybody can chime in, just see what everybody's opinion in on this. I just want to know, in general, what are your standards for like a woman that you're looking for to date or be with right now? Like, if you can even start off with, like, what are your non-negotiables? Like, what are your things that you will not compromise on, that you feel like you have to be, this is what your standard is?
Definitely down to currently smash at any given point.
What did you say, man?
Even when it's that time of the month. She gotta get head now.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's how I feel.
Man, not pretty eyes or nothing like that.
Like,
You
she
just
gotta be cute.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
definitely that. Like, good personality. But let's be real. Not most, but motherfuckers like me really want a female that is attracted to me as much as I'm attracted to them. And if that leads to smashing almost on a daily basis, I am perfectly fine with that. That's just me. To be honest, I'm just saying. Sam, what the fuck? Why that gotta make me that? That's just being real though.
I get it.
What's your non-negotiables?
Why you put me on the blast?
Cause you call me a simp still. You asshole.
My non-negotiables?
Yes.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable.
Just your basic standards, like what you look for. Like, hey, she has to have this. Like, I'm not willing to compromise this. Like,
Look at this.
for example, it could be, she gotta have a job. Me? I'll give you an example. Real quick. Me, real quick, she gotta have 2 out of 3. So the 3 things are, you either live on your own, have your own car, have a job. I feel like you need to at least have 2 out of 3.
So if that's the case, what would she want you for?
I mean, I almost like, in some ways, for like a long-term chick, I don't mind if they're living with their parents. Like, that just kind of means to me they're not really outside, like, being like,
Some
crazy.
Some cultures, they stay with the parents until they find a man. So
yeah, and I appreciate that too. I feel like for me, I don't know if I have a list of 3, but I appreciate like femininity a lot. So like, I don't really like a lot of masculine personality. By women, like aggressiveness, forwardness. Like, I feel like I like women that are a little bit more like discreet, a little bit more like meek. That's kind of like a poor word, but like just kind of like light. Girly, yeah, feminine, like dress up, like to be cute, not gonna like be too like combative, stuff like. It's just like a vibe,
So, from what I'm gathering, you're definitely asking for a female that acts like a female in a world where females act just as much as these things act.
In the U.S.
And the reason why I ask that too is because I think people need to know, or would like to know, what are guys' real standard? Because I feel like our voice doesn't really get heard a lot of times, because I feel like a female's perspective and what they want and their non-negotiables is very different from ours. Like, you just gave an example. You don't necessarily care about them like living with their family or with their parents or whatever. You ask them, a lot of times they'll be like, bum ass. You got a little bit more like, they put us at a higher thing where we gotta have this.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, and then this is the thing, from like everything that you see on social media, everything that you just see, even when you walk down the street, it's all about like a financial standpoint, bro. Like, you see, like, if a female has like all the things, like she has a car, she got her own place, she has a good job, she really could be a female that just would look at a nigga like, I just want you just because I like you. I'm probably just gonna fuck you. That's it. And then it's guys out here that's like, oh shit, I like you. I actually want to do more with you. But females wouldn't catch that. They'll just catch it as if, shit, fuck, that's it. And it's like, you feel me? Like, I feel like I would want a female that doesn't have everything all together, because let's be real, like, those are the females that's kind of easy, and yet they also come with baggage. You gotta be careful. Like, I'm obviously a testament to the baggage, but those are the ones that are going to really go for you because they want that sense of security, stability. They want to try to go for something that they think that they ain't gonna ever really get a chance to go for. Which I like to feel like they can't have me, so I'll choose you. Type shit. Yeah.
Now, go ahead.
So thank you, Will, for sharing what your non-negotiables are. I appreciate you.
So unless you're saying that because I'm thinking about what you're thinking about, then that's cool. But I didn't cut you off for something, bitch. So I don't know if you're saying that because of that.
Bamboo XO. Just let you know. That's strong.
I mean, my pride.
Oh God! All right, so
you can have it if you want.
I feel what Trey said is real.
Take it home with you.
I feel what Trey said is real because it's like, you know, a lot of we want to be inclusive, but also we also want to. Men are very egotistic, and a lot of guys want somebody who they can feel the need of a man. And I feel that need too, right? I want to feel like I'm the provider. I want to feel like I'm doing my part. Although, yeah, like I would love to have a girl that's, you know, on her stuff, her own individual stuff, and we both come together. We dominate. I want a girly girl. I want somebody that dresses up, that does, you know, that looks bomb as hell. I want, you know, someone who, you know, cooking. I, you know, it's a gray area. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can cook. I'm not necessarily saying like, yo, I'm coming home to a cooked meal type stuff, but like that'd be great to have. It's more or less the sustenance of having somebody as a partner that I feel the need of as a man that I love. So the non-negotiables, I think someone that's maybe too independent to the point where they can't understand that, you know, I'm a man and there are certain needs that I have, and not just physical, sexual, but mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all guys, we here today. If we had significant others that didn't respect that, yo, what do you mean? You can't respect guy time? Like, we respect girl time. Like, why you can't give us this time to kind of be in fellowship? Another point, you know, just in general, right? Like, is providers, people who go out and get their stuff. There are some guys who don't want their girl to make more money than them, you know? And that's a hard conversation to have too, because it's like when you got a girl that's making 2 times as much as you making, you probably gonna look at her a different way too. I don't care per se, if you making more money than me, quite frankly, yo, that's awesome. But I think when it gets to a point where we can't agree on certain expenses, like, okay, I'd like to kind of go half with you on certain things, but also like do my part. Because as a man, I would love to take you out, and so you take me out. You know, I've been out on dates, and a girl literally, she said she wanted for me to pay, but she gave me the money to pay. So I felt the need to be, it was very interesting.
That's different. I never heard of that before.
I mean, she was
very different.
She was more, you know, not I want to say experienced, but mature. But that was something that happened. So yeah, there's a little bit of that.
Well, I mean,
real quick, Evan, Blake, you want to chime in? What you
I
got?
don't know, Blake.
Listening?
Maybe Evan.
He's like, nah.
Oh,
He's like, nah.
Just Evan. Pause.
I won't
Just
put
Evan.
Blake in the dog out.
Just Evan.
Blake, like, nah.
What's your non-negotiables? What are your standards? What do you look for? You know, basic needs for you.
I just like somebody who cares about what I also like.
what is that?
Like, you know.
General common interest.
I like to do music. I like to play games. I like to go on adventures. I like to travel. I like to go on walks. I like to go to beaches. I like to just like picnic stuff, just like stuff like, you know, just things, you know what I mean? Like, instead of just being in the house and watching reality TV shows that none of them people gonna ever give a shit about us. Like, them people ain't gonna give me no money. Why am I sitting here spending my Netflix dollars watching somebody do something on a live action series and thousands of dollars doing?
Yeah, Love is Blind is good, yo.
Have you guys ever found that like if a girl really fucks with you or like likes you a lot, she gonna like what you like?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
have you ever found that?
I'd say
Like, I've dated girls that when I told them I was like Christian, and I was looking for a Christian girl, they'd be like, oh, well, I grew up Muslim, but, you know, I'll be willing to learn. Like, you know, like, that's an extreme example, but.
no, seriously, it's so funny you brought that up.
Because I like scary movies and stuff, and I meet a lot of chicks.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Keep it general. Keep it general. No names.
If she messes with you enough, she gonna like what you like.
Facts.
Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I hate it here.
Speaking of.
Oh my god. That's
Nah,
so
facts,
hilarious.
facts.
Well, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but I do know the story.
I don't get loud with it.
Get loud.
Look,
Get
It
loud.
ain't got nothing to do with me though.
overruled.
Definitely got
Like
nothing to do with me.
I like scary movies, and the number of chicks that I dated that did not like scary movies when I start dating them versus, I don't know, couple weeks, couple months in, it's just eventually if they fuck with you enough, they want to spend time with you, right? They want to, you know, they want to enjoy what you're enjoying as part of the experience, and then
It's a dance.
yeah, it
But
is.
see,
It's like a
It is.
give and take type of situation.
What I'm understanding again, because I'm going off of reality, and that's all good, fine, and dandy and all, but we gotta just stick to what's real. Most of these females nowadays, I mean, you can find a female like that, but ain't no real guy finna really search the end of the world to find that female. Like, if that female comes along, then that's perfect. You want lucky mama. But right now we are literally the needle in the haystack right now. Filled with a whole, matter of fact, it's the other way around. We're the hay in a whole lot of needles. Filled with a whole lot of pointy ass females that just wants to get money on a daily basis and probably don't even really like you for you and just ask you how your day doing just because they want something out of your day.
Yep, I said that last time. I posed the subject of, I feel there's a lot of females that now, for example, for me, like a non-negotiable me, I feel like I need a female who's not reactive but proactive in my life. So for an example, like what you're talking about, would be you're telling a girl, you know, this is what's attractive to me. So you're telling a girl about your day, or hey, for example, like, you know, some of us are in tech or whatever job you're, you know, doing. You're telling her about your day, you had frustrations, you know, didn't have a good day, you know, yada yada yada. I've seen multiple times where a female will then respond with, oh, that's sad. Oh, that's unfortunate, or something like that. And then they kind of like leave it there, and they don't go further with that. That's why I feel like it doesn't. I don't feel like there's real genuineness with that. It's like you're not really trying to engage with my issue, but yet in turn they want you to engage with them emotionally.
Would you prefer proactivity, or would you prefer them to be really good at like following instructions? Like, for instance, hey, like I had a rough day, could you grab a bottle of wine?
No, I don't even think it would be like that, to be honest. I think it would just like know the cues, right? Like, you see a certain thing, so you should know better on how to respond. Because for me, and like kind of piggybacking off what you're saying, like, let's say I have a rough day at work. I'm coming in, I'm tired as hell. I don't really feel like responding to anything. I might say, hey, what's up? I'm feeling tired. I just feel like going to sleep. But then you try to talk to me about whatever. And it's not like I'm trying to blow you off. I'm just not feeling it right now.
Yeah.
So you're basically gonna generate a reaction out of me and then start to act as if I'm the bad guy coming down hard on you when ergo I literally just told you how things are gonna happen and how I'm tired and how the day was. Like I'm okay. I do want to hear how your day was, but that's probably like on a later on tense. So we can talk about this later, and then you start to react like, okay, you don't want to talk to me. Like, what the fuck? I'm tired. I just don't feel like right now. Like, why do I gotta over? And then it just keeps on generating from it.
Yeah.
It just keeps on generating the frustration.
Non-negotiable is communication. That I think everybody wants in a relationship with somebody else.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Person, then what are y'all doing? Y'all dancing around each other, but just like y'all not doing the same moveset. You know what I mean? It's just, you doing the tango and I'm doing the salsa. Shit ain't working.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's just not working. And then you get into situations where that has gone on for too long, and then as it's gone on for too long, now neither of y'all know how to either get out because you've invested so much time. And it could be either in like in so much time as in like, okay, well no, y'all first you know you pay for this date, now you pay for this date, now y'all thought y'all was getting better and better from y'all communication skills and this and that. Then you go from that to then, all right, we doing better, we really doing better. All right, let's get a house or an apartment together. Now you starting to pay for stuff together. Now you putting your name in each other's, you know, bank accounts. Y'all made a bank account, you know, and y'all putting money in there to pay for X amount of things. So, you know what I mean? Like communication, I think, is so key, and also being just straightforward about like, you know, what people really want. You know, some people want kids, some people don't want kids, but you gonna find out somebody don't want kids. And y'all been together for 7 years. You know, like, damn, like that's a lot of time that both of y'all have now wasted on one another, knowing that one or maybe knew, hopefully knew, within the 7 years that you had a conversation about whether you wanted to have kids or not.
And you want to know what I also think? Just one last thing. I would think that what would make everything so easy for almost every man in this world is if a female would literally say that she knows she's wrong. And that's
So accountability.
Accountability would take
factor
everything
that women don't
out.
have.
Right. No accountability at all. But it would, if as soon as accountability shows itself from a female's perspective, it'll make life so much easier.
And I think that's just the way how you're, you know, raised. It's like, I feel like where men are raised to be held accountable, a lot of things, like they know that if they don't have it, they don't deserve it until they do deserve it.
Like,
then
females will look 10 times better if they started to actually show accountability.
Yeah. But to answer your question earlier, Trey, I would say I kind of used to, and also this deals with how Evan responded is with communication is, I value kind of like my little box theory, whereas like you sitting in a room with another female and I judge a female based off of how well she can articulate herself outside of what's in that room. So, for example, can I talk to her about stuff that's outside of the room? I've had females where it's like they can only talk about what's on TV, what they do at their work, and their immediate friends, something like that. But once, if you ever guys notice, I'm sure you all have experienced this, where once you start talking to her about outside things, outside of that realm, it kind of gets, the communication lowers.
I think that's just because they just wouldn't know how to respond to it, so they have to respond to what's closest to them.
Yeah. They either don't have, like you said earlier, there's a lot of people who don't have certain social cues. There's a lot of people that don't have, they're afraid to say certain opinions. There's a lot of people who just don't experience certain things, so they can't relate,
Right.
or they can't really make a certain level of social response.
Right, they just wouldn't have a better judgment on how to react to it.
You know?
So are you talking about more so like general intelligence? Is it more curiosity? Is it more like humor and wittiness? type
Curiosity,
conversation?
General intelligence, I
Care,
think definitely hit it a little bit more.
Or just knowledge of just stuff, general facts and
Knowledge.
stuff?
I think there's a lot of influence going on now
A lot
today,
of
where their
influence.
influence of like what they see on social media, so they base their opinion and what they want based on what social media is not, and actually what they themselves want or believe. So when you start, showing a light to that, hey, you might be saying like, I want to do this, I want to move, I want to do these certain investments or something like that, and they can't really go to that next step. Like, okay, well, how are we gonna do this? They're looking at you. How are we gonna do this?
Now,
Type thing.
this
So-
is kind of like a redundant situation when it comes to even us. So I don't know if you remember, but obviously you remember when Lil Yachty, and I gotta bring Lil Yachty just because technically Lil Yachty is an asshole.
Boy, if you don't
Remember when he obviously clarified that he made or helped make the song for City Girls, right?
Uh-huh.
Obviously, everything in that song was thought of by this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Them bitches did not make that song. He did. He put them words in their mouth, which just it didn't start with him, but in retrospect, it's like females